Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olu. I'm a Nigerian living in Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada. And here on my channel, I tell you what it means to be an immigrant living in New Brunswick. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. In today's video, we are talking about how to buy a car in Moncton, New Brunswick, and even in Canada in general. So this video is about tips and tricks on owning your first car or buying a car in New Brunswick, especially for newcomers. And even if you're not a newcomer, if you are planning on buying your first car, this video is for you. So please stay and watch the video. First thing I'll say it is not important to own a car in Moncton or even in Canada in general. There are other means of transportation which I've mentioned in my previous videos. I can put the link somewhere here. There are other means of transportation here in Moncton. You can either go on the bus system or you can take a taxi. So we have different other options or alternatives to commute here in Moncton. However, those other options are not 100% available at every time. So let's take for instance during snowstorm. When there is snowstorm here in Moncton, buses are taken off the road. Maybe the roads are not cleared yet. And when buses are taken off the road, that means you will not be able to get a bus if you need to, commute. Or let's say you work late into the night. Here in Moncton, I think our buses stop at 10 or 12 p.m. I'll confirm that 10 p.m. or 12 a.m. That is when the busing system stops. So that means if you are like a medical person and you work late into the night, or you work in the contact center and you work late into the night, when you are done on your shift, you may not be able to get a bus, going back home. That means you can get a taxi. So that being said, it is not important to get a car. But for convenience, especially if you're a family, if you are moving here as a family, you may want to consider buying a car or owning a car when you move here. That being said, there are associated costs with owning a car. So many things are included being a car ownership. So you think about cost of insurance, you think about cost of maintenance, you think about cost of inspection. Here we do car inspection every 2 years. You think about cost of changing your tires from winter tires to normal tires. You think about cost of parking. There are some places in downtown, if you work in some offices in downtown, they don't have parking, so that means you'll have to pay. There is paid parking which you'll have to pay. Even there are some apartments where they don't have parking, so you might either park in the street, which that is a risk, maybe to vandalism or anything like that. So there are so many associated costs with owning a car. So you need to do your cost benefit analysis to know, maybe yes, this is worth including in my cost as a newcomer, or maybe generally if owning a car is worth including into your budget. Now let us go into the different ways of owning a car in Canada. The first way, or most common way of owning a car, is through finance, and that means you are meeting with a financial institution to give you like a loan to buy the car, and you are expected to pay this money back maybe bi-weekly or monthly for a limited period of time. That is finance. This is usually done especially for new cars. If you want to buy brand new cars and you can't afford to pay cash, you go through finance. Another way of owning a car is outright purchase, where you have the money, you go into dealership shop or anywhere and you buy the car, you pay cash. That is outright purchase. Another way of buying a car is through lease. So lease means you are being given that car for a period of time, and after your lease period ends, you return the car back to the dealership. So lease means you own the car for like a limited number of time, and afterwards you return it. There are so many conditions that you need to fulfill if you are leasing a car. Example is the number of mileage that should be on the car. per time, and that's going to be based on your agreement. So those are the three ways of owning a car: finance, outright purchase, or lease. Those are the three ways of owning a car here in Canada. As a newcomer, it is generally advisable that your first car can be a pre-owned car or a used car. Because if you want to finance, they'll have to look into your credit history, credit score, which you don't have as a newcomer. And so, if you are looking at buying a car, once you move into Canada or move into New Brunswick, you will have to pay out of pocket for the new car. That being said, I'm going to share some points on how and where to buy a used car and what you should be looking out for, because trust me, going to the mechanic shop is the last thing you want to add into the level of stress that you will have as a newcomer. So when you are buying a used car, there are some things that you need to check. There are some boxes you need to check, and be sure that whatever you're buying, it's not going to give you a headache, or you will not have to go to the mechanic shop when you own this car. One of the places where you can buy your used car is through dealership. That means you go into an auto dealer shop, and they have different ranges of car, different types of car, where you can look through and see what you want. When you buy car with a dealer, you pay tax on the car. However, there are some warranties that auto dealers will provide. So for example, they might tell you that you have 1 year warranty on the car. So that means if anything happens to the car in the first year, the dealership is committed to fix whatever damage that you have. Another incentive that you can get through dealership is they might say, oh, they will provide you winter tires. Winter tires here is expensive, so you may want to negotiate that if you are buying from a dealer store, and ask them, are you providing additional winter tires to this car? Most of them they don't, but some of them they do. So that is one of the things that you may want to ask if you are negotiating in a dealership store on a used car. Another place where you can see used cars to buy is online through Kijiji. So there's a website that we call kijiji.ca, and you see a whole lot of car deals on Kijiji, or Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is one of the places that you can get cars as well. I personally have bought a car on Facebook Marketplace before. Yes, I have. And I've actually sold a car on Facebook Marketplace before as well. So with Facebook Marketplace or Kijiji, somebody posts a car and they list out the features of the car on the website, telling you maybe the mileage, what has been done, the inspection on the car, everything, like a brief history of the car. They stated there, they put pictures of the car. And if you're buying cars on either Kijiji or Facebook Marketplace, you can negotiate. However, there are no warranties on the car that you buy there. When they quote a price, you can negotiate. You don't pay tax on any 90% of the time. You don't pay tax on any car that you buy on either Kijiji or Facebook Marketplace. If you are an expert in cars and you know what to look out for in cars, I would say Kijiji, Facebook Marketplace is a good place to buy cars, because you will get really good deals. However, if you don't know anything about cars, please just don't go with the descriptions that you see alone on the car. You may want to seek another person's opinion, or go with a mechanic to help you look into the car or test drive the car, and ask questions about the history of the car. Has it been in an accident before? Does it have a claim before, insurance claim on the car? If you ask for the VIN number of the car, there are some websites where you can look up the VIN number and you can see some history about the car, so that way you know that, okay, I'm not buying a stolen car, or you're not buying an accidented car. So you may want to ask questions, do some digging, test drive the car, negotiate the price as well. Another way you can buy a used car is through private seller. So maybe an individual is looking at selling of their car. Somebody like me, I may decide to sell off my car, and you can come to me, take a look into the car, we negotiate on the prices. Same thing goes with buying cars on Kijiji or Facebook Marketplace or any website. You still want to do your due diligence, ensure your due diligence. ask questions, test drive the car, know full information about the car as well. The last place where you can buy a car is through auction. Either auction site or physical auction place. Here in Moncton, we have one auction place. However, because of COVID, I don't know, maybe it is done physical now or it's done online. But I know that you can buy cars through auction. And auction is they drive out the car, you start bidding on the prices. My second car in Canada was through auction, but that was back in Calgary. I bought the car through auction, and you have like the history of the car. So same still goes to, if you know, if you're an expert in cars, you may want to consider buying cars from through auction, and it is typically cheaper. When you buy cars on auction, it is cheaper. Some of the cars that are being sold in auction are maybe accidented cars or repurchased cars, repo. So maybe finance took the car and it's a repurchased car. Those are some of the cars that you find in auction, and it is cheap. So if you are good with cars, you're an expert in cars, you know what to look out for in cars, auction is a very good option for you, cheaper option for you. Here in New Brunswick, we do inspections on our cars, and we get inspection reports that is valid for 2 years. So let's say this is 2021. If I do inspection on my car, if it passes, I have like that pass is valid for 2 years. So the next time I'm doing inspection will be 2023. So when you are buying a car, you want to ask for that inspection report, just for you to know that yes, this car is roadworthy. Back in Nigeria, we call it roadworthiness. So you want to check that the car is fit for the road. It has passed inspection. When you are buying cars from Kijiji, Facebook Marketplace, or your private sellers, you need to go to Service New Brunswick and register the car or do transfer of ownership on the car. However, if you are buying from a dealership store, either you are buying a used car from the dealership shop or you are buying a brand new car, it is done. Everything is done at the dealership store for you. So it saves you the stress. And even sometimes they help you get your plates, your license plate, even in the dealership store. If not, you just go into Service New Brunswick and have it done. All right, so maybe finally you've decided to buy a car. Once you buy the car, you'll have to get the insurance first. The first thing you have to get on your car is insurance. You can never drive a car without an insurance. It is a criminal offense, you know, to drive a car without an insurance. So you do your insurance, then you do your car registration. You can't even register the car without an insurance. So insurance is the first thing that you get on your car. You get the insurance, you do the car registration. Those are the process or the steps in owning your car in Canada or in New Brunswick, especially for newcomers or first-time car buyers. I'll say please seek opinion, seek other people's opinion, talk to people when you're buying car, especially people that are already here. Let them share with you their experiences, what you should be looking out for, how to go about buying a car. There are so many car dealers here in Moncton. That is one of the things that I find out when I moved here. There are so many car dealers, and you can shop around. You don't need to buy your car in the first place that you go to. You can shop around, you can look around, you can negotiate. So you moving around will even help you negotiate on the price or on the cost of the car that you are looking into buying. All right, so thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video has been really helpful and valuable to you. Please, if you are yet to subscribe, please don't forget to subscribe and join the family. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And until we see you next time, thank you. Take care. Stay safe.